possible for us to organize it. We thank Reliance Industries Limited and TCS Limited for supporting the convention as principal co-sponsors. KPMG in India, our knowledge partner for the convention. Tata Steel, the co-sponsor. Apollo Hospitals, Mother Dairy, Jindal Steel and Power, PepsiCo India, Vodafone India, Tata Chemicals, Uflex and Shriram Life Insurance are associate sponsors. Nutshell Forum, Pakistan, the international partner, HDFC Limited, Fortis Healthcare Limited, Triveni Turbine Limited, Tejo Engineering, TCIL, Engineers India and Patton, the corporate contributors. May I request you all to please kindly settle down. Please take your seats. We're all set for a very, very interesting session with Swami Sukhabodhananda ji, Founder Chairman Prasanna Trust, and he shall be talking on the theme Leader's Dilemma, to lead by expectations or to be led by expectations. So we are ready to pose some interesting questions to you. I'm sure you're all set to enjoy the session. Meanwhile, may I take the opportunity of requesting you all to please do remember to either switch off your cell phones or put them on silent mode. And once again, a gentle reminder, I'd like to inform you all that we are conducting a poll during the sessions. We request you to download the IMA mobile app to participate in live polling during the NMC. Please bear with us while we await the start of the session. Meanwhile, for those of you who are just joining us, may I request you all to please do remember to either switch off your cell phones or put them on silent mode. We are ready to start with our plenary session 7 in a few minutes from now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are all set to welcome Swami Sukhabodhananda ji, Founder Chairman, Prasanna Trust, onto the stage. He is accompanied with Mr. H.M. Nerurkar, President IMA and Chairman T.R.L. Krosaki Refractories Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, we begin day 2 of the NMC with a very interesting session. This session is on the theme Leader's Dilemma, to lead by expectations or to be led by expectations. Before we begin, I would like to share the poll question for this session. It is spirituality vital to making leaders more effective? Log on to the IMA app or website and please participate. May I now request Mr. H.M. Nerurkar, President IMA and Chairman T.R.L. Krosaki Refractories Limited, to initiate the session and deliver the welcome address.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you this morning on a session on spirituality in leadership. Swamiji, we are delighted to host you at the National Management Convention. It's a privilege to have a distinguished guru like you to give a spiritual perspective on the subject of leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, managing and meeting expectations is as much about leaders' inner selves as about the resources and strategy. Leading is mostly a spiritual act. It is about motivating oneself and inspiring others to achieve common goal. The most successful leaders have been people with intense passion for the cause and great spiritual clarity. Their inner strength radiates on everybody else and makes it possible to achieve the seemingly impossible. Leading in times of expectations makes spiritual strength even more important because of the extreme pressures. It is our privilege that we have Swamiji here with us to share his insights into leading during the times of high expectations. We have a short video on Swamiji, so I am not going to really introduce him because the video is self-explanatory. And then after that, I am going to request Swamiji to talk to us.
Swami Sukhabodhananda is the founder chairman of Prasanna Trust. Swamiji is not only one of the most respected spiritual leaders of the country, but also nicknamed as Corporate Guru. His expertise lies in synthesizing ancient wisdom of East and modern vision of West, appealing to both young and old from wide spectrum of society. Swamiji is the author of many bestsellers whose books have sold over 1 million in more than 100 titles in different languages. His books have made many discover a new way of living life. He makes one realize that if one door closes, another door opens. Life is an opening. His self-development programs have been rated as excellent and benefited many in the corporate sectors of reputed institutions like banking, finance, industry, armed forces, police, and prestigious business schools like Indian School of Business, etc. Leading industrial houses invite him to conduct in-house workshop for their executives. Swamiji has been a sports psychology coach for cricket teams like Delhi Daredevils. Times of India, in one of their poll on who talks the best, places Swamiji as the one who tops the list on all counts as the best speaker. The Week magazine acclaims Swamiji as one among the top 5 best exponent of spiritual knowledge. Swamiji's English books, Oh Mind Relax Please and Oh Life Relax Please, are the top bestsellers in the country and has set a new benchmark in the lives of many, from the Kargil hero General V.P. Malik, who swears by the inspiring content of the book, to the New York City mayor, who acknowledges its usefulness to diminish work pressure and dealing with New York City press. Swamiji's book, Manase Relax Please, has set an all-time sales record in the history of Tamil, Kannada and Telugu books and has been included as a part of curriculum in some of the schools and colleges. Leading personalities have termed that he has revolutionized Tamil literature through his books. Swamiji was invited as a dignitary on 5 different panels at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, and was a special invitee to the United Nations World Millennium Summit of Spiritual Leaders. Swamiji is the second Indian to be honored at the prestigious Lotus Millionaires Intellectual Club at Manhattan, New York. Swamiji's works in audio and video have been transforming the lives of many through Saregama and Times Music. His message on the Astha, Sanskar and many other channels is reaching a wide spectrum of people both in India and overseas. Prasanna Trust, under his inspiration and guidance, runs an orphanage for girls, provides artificial limbs and calipers to people with impoverished background, provides scholarship for students from economically weaker sections, conducts regular poor feeding and blood donation camps. Swamiji was awarded Karnataka's Best Social Service Award by SL Group and Zee Network. In recognition of his service to humanity at large, Swamiji was awarded Rotary Seva Ratna. Rotary International has also conferred Personal Excellence Award for impacting the lives of men.
Yes, sir, that's it.
Can I now request you, Swamiji, to address the gathering?
Thank you very much. Good morning. Good morning. Namaste. Thank you for calling me. It seems there was a youngster in Delhi next to a no parking sign, car parked. A constable was passing that side, comes to the youngster and says, "Hey, remove this car." And the youngster, being a typical Delhiite, he said no. And the way he said no, the constable thought definitely he must be an MLA son. And it seems he went away. A sub-inspector was watching all this and says, "What cheek to this guy?" He goes to him and says, "Hey, there's a car, there's a no parking, remove this car." And the youngster more loudly said, "Now you say that." No. Yeah. And he said, "My God, he must be an MP son." And he went away. An IG of police was watching all this and said, "What cheek to this guy?" He goes to him, being an IPS officer. Hey, he says, "Remove this car." And the youngster said, "No. This is Bangalore style, not Delhi style. Say a little more loudly, no. No. And he said, "No." And being an IPS officer, he says, "Why the hell not? Your car is there, no parking sign. Why should you not remove the car?" And the youngster says, "This is not my car. So why should I remove the car?" And the IPS officer said, "If it's not your car, why did you not say from the beginning?" Right? To which the youngster said, "My guru has given me an upadesha, adesha and sandesha. Somebody asks a question, answer to the point." You said, "Remove the car." I said, "No. Why should I say this is not my car? Or it is whose car it is, whether the person is married or not married, he has got a wife or a stepney. Why should I get in the details?" Friends, this answer is a very smart answer. Yes or no, friends? It's a very smart answer, but still it's a very stupid answer. Why? Because you're unnecessarily provoking an argument. In an argument, nobody wins, people lose. One of the questions a leader should ask is, so often we are smart, but is our smartness destroying our foolishness, or is our smartness protecting our foolishness? In the Gita, Lord Krishna says, "Ajnanena tu jnanam avritam tena muhyanti jantavaha." He says, our so-called knowledge seems to be protecting ignorance, but knowledge should destroy ignorance. Our smartness should destroy our inner foolishness, but if our smartness protects our foolishness, that smartness is no avail. A leader should be understood. We are all smart. I'm sure you come to a leader position, we are smart. But is our smartness really destroying our core foolishness? Is one of the calls that we need to take. Because as leaders, we are very good in giving answers. Even smart answers. Like a teacher asked a student, "What is common between Krishna, Buddha and Jesus?" The student replied, "All are born on government holidays." Very, very smart answer. Right? And if you see all our TV shows, talk shows, very, very smart. Very, very smart answers they give there. But is our core foolishness being destroyed? Is a call, right, you as leaders should ask. And spirituality says, right, if jnanam does not destroy your ajnanam, your knowledge will only protect your ignorance. This is one of the dimensions that we have to be alert. I know the topic given about expectations, etc., etc. They are leading expectation, led by expectation. Let me say this now. If you look at relationship which is going on, and life is about relationships, whether you like it or not. You see, relationship, a person goes to a marriage counselor and says, "I want to get married. I want my wife to be Hindu." The marriage counselor got confused. What do you mean? The name Hindu? No, the meaning Hindu. What is the meaning Hindu? Expectation, no? Hindu means, moon. Yes or no, sir? Hindu means moon. Oh, you want your wife to be Hindu? Moon? He said, no, I want my wife to be like moon. Means what? She should come in the night, go away in the morning. She should come in the night and go in the morning. Don't mess me in the daytime. No, these are type of expectations we are growing with. And with these type of expectations we are growing it, even though we are becoming productive, expectation is ravaging us, bulldozing us, and therefore, in spite of successful, we become failures in life. In spite of being successful, we become failures in life. A Westerner comes, an American comes to Bombay, to stock exchange, and he was shocked to see so many beggars, the financial capital of the country. And the American was shocked to see, hey, economy is growing, what is so many beggars, that to instant a stock exchange, Bombay. So he goes one of the beggars to give money, and the beggar has both arms stretched. The American asked him, why both arms are stretched? Being a beggar, he says, business is doing very well, I opened another branch. Sir, business is doing very well, I opened another branch. But the beggar continues. You may be very rich, successful, your consciousness continues to be a beggar. So this American says, confusing guy, he goes to the next guy. When he goes to the next guy, fortunately he had one hand. So the American was about to give $100, and then he stopped and said, I've seen you somewhere. Yeah, beggar said, I also have seen you somewhere. Oh, you have come to America? He said, no, I have not come to America. He said, I have come first time to India. Where have you seen? And the beggar says, we have friends in Facebook. Friends, technologically very savvy, but your consciousness is still a beggar. Now tell me, do you need to address this or not? I've seen people so successful, but continues to be a beggar of appreciation, beggar of people validating you, blah, blah, blah. So what type of leadership is that? Is a interesting question that you and I need to ask. Then, and every seminars like this, your targets are set higher, and you feel very pseudoistically feeling you're achieving, and then tension starts piling up. Then they'll call Swamiji, they'll call Swami to reduce tension. And this one CEO with so much of tension, target, and his biggest tension was his wife. So he keeps his wife photograph on the CEO's office there, and he wants to release his tension. He has not got the habit of smoking and drinking. So what he does, he keeps the wife's photograph. This is the biggest target, and takes darts. You know darts? Takes darts and and there is also he's missing the target. Again his tension increases. Then wife's phone call comes. Sweetheart, darling, lollipop, what are you doing? And he says, I'm missing you. Very truthful statement, but very deceptive. That's how leaders are becoming now. Very truthful, but highly deceptive. I'm missing you. And mind you, and in this missing, what happens? Please see, this is how our tensions pile up, sir. When our tensions pile up, what is the use of your success? I'm saying we need to be successful, but we also need to increase our consciousness of joy, or else your success will become the biggest failure in your life. If you don't do that, the highest rate of suicide among professionals about 30 years or 35 years back roughly, can you guess it was who? Anybody? It was among psychiatrists. Highest rate of suicide. All right? And I have gone in Los Angeles. They used to call people, for New Age people, other systems of yoga to handle. Here is a psychiatrist supposed to solve problems, and he himself is getting into a problem. And he go and then this hand. It is like, a beautiful, gorgeous, blue-eyed blonde, 18 years old, goes to a middle-aged psychiatrist and says, Doctor, I have a lot of tension. How to handle this tension? And the doctor, middle-aged doctor, looks at her, gets up, hugs her, kisses her, and sits down. This young girl said, why did you do that? The doctor said, I released my tension. What is your tension? Such a beautiful girl in front of me, my tension बढ़ गया इधर. Friends, you may laugh. I'm using all simple jokes, but please look very deeply into it. Human stupidity lies in this. Like a person goes to a doctor and said, every part of my body is paining. The doctor, as far as guy says, she looks perfectly okay. How every part? And he said, which part, tell me? And she takes a beautiful manicure, pedicure finger and says, see, this part she touches is pain. Every part she touches is paining. And the doctor gets confused. She looks perfectly, checks everything up and said, you're perfectly okay. Then why the pain? He says, your pointing finger is fractured. What? This finger is fractured. The problem is we are fractured. And when the moment you are fractured, anything you looks fractured. Isn't it, sir? Anything you look. In one of the workshops, I take so workshops in so many companies. When I take for IT people, my tension increases. Because every joke I crack, they look at me. They study my software and hardware. But they don't laugh. I also come from Bangalore. Any joke, I had to stop one of my speech and ask, why are you not laughing? He said, why should I laugh? Any question I ask, he says, why? I said, what is your name? He said, why Venkatesh? Correctly a father has given, I said, to make your marriage work, laugh. I had to tell the IT person. Again he says, why? I said, the rate of divorce among the marketing people are the least, I said. Again he says, why? The rate of divorce among the IT people are the highest. Again he says, why? I want him to think. He is simply asking, Mr. Why, Master? I said the rate of divorce among marketing people the least, because any sale to be closed, about 17 to 18 times they get rejected. And a marketing person, a salesperson is trained to take a rejection because he knows the hit rate is about 16 to 18. So every time a customer says no, he'll smile and give the visiting card. So when the wife tells a marketing husband, get lost, he'll smile and give the visiting card. So marriages work. Whereas a computer person, wife says, get lost, he'll go to the Googles and look out for options. Fellow, then he started smiling. I said, please, in Indian culture, the first rasa in the Indian classical dance is hasya rasa. Hasya means laughter. That's why I crack jokes even though they call me a modern Swamiji. There's nothing modern, you have forgotten the ancient. People hardly smile. Smiling means giving income tax to the government. That's why Indian culture, first rasa is hasya. Hasya means laughter. Right? People, have you seen? And like this, they get married also. And they go to honeymoon also like this. And the child also comes out like this. And they say, Swamiji, you have written 108 books. Have you brought book about children? My son is serious. I said, manufacturer's defect, what I have to do for that? Everything, Please trust me, friends. Good, you are laughing. Why go? I recently addressed all IIT and IIM people. Any joke, they can't even laugh. On Indian culture, we have a verse in Sanskrit which says, everything should be a wonder. Ascharyavat vadati, ascharyavat paschati, ascharyavat shrunoti. Everything should be a wow, a wonder, a wonder, a wonder. And some people, no wonder. Rabindranath Tagore simply sees a dewdrop on a lotus leaf, poetry comes out. And Mr. Kuppaswamy sees Niagara Falls and dysentery comes out. Mera gaon mein pani nahi hai. There is no sense of wow. Are you getting, friends, what I'm saying? As a leader, I said, can you bring a wow in you? And when you bring a wow in you, if your boss is scolding you also, there'll be a wow. You will see how beautiful his mustache goes up and down, up and down. And if your wife is bugging you also, it'll be a wow, wow. Because you will, and if you have a wow, you'll see how beautifully she bugs you. Without any communication skills, she has all the communication skills. In her nagging also there is pace, there is pause, there is pitch, there is punctuation, there is voice modulation, there is open statement, there is close statement, there is funnel technique, there is multiple closes and also preemptive strike. Arey muft mein mil raha. And if you bring love, sir, you will get a wow in you. People don't bring their love at all. That's why there's a beautiful Hindi शायरी which says, अरे प्यार का जज्बा नया रंग दिखा देता है. प्यार का जज्बा नया रंग दिखा देता है, अजनबी चेहरे को महबूब बना देता है. अजनबी चेहरे को महबूब बनाते हैं. अपने चेहरे से किसे दाग नजर आते, वक्त हर शख्स को आईना दिखा देता है. Bring, sir, that wow. And you, as a leader, if you can bring a wow, people will enjoy their working. And when you enjoy their working, it is not the result which gives you joy. The very process, the very jazba of working towards the result itself is a joy. And I think that's a spiritual call you need to bring. Or else you please, you always say, Swamiji, my situation is problem, Swamiji, therefore I am tension. मेरा परिस्थिति इतना खराब है, therefore I am tension. And in Bombay, people are very naughty. He says, Swamiji, you say, be happy, happy. You get married to my wife, then you will see how you will be happy. And they become, all of us, please see, as a leader, you need to address this. Is it the situations of life which is crippling to you? Or it is a psychology with reference to situations of life which is crippling, sir? We all think situations is crippling. Go on changing the situation. And any amount of changing the situation will be miserable if you don't change your mind, sir. Isn't it? Then you may write a poem. Hey, तकदीर है मगर किस्मत नहीं खुलती. तकदीर है मगर किस्मत नहीं. Little Hindi you know, no? ताजमहल बनाना चाहता हूं मगर मुमताज नहीं मिलती. So God became kind and therefore made him meet Mumtaz. Has his life changed? परिस्थिति change हुआ. Has his life changed? No. Again he says, तकदीर है मगर किस्मत नहीं खुलती. मुमताज मिल गई है मगर शादी नहीं करती. Again same poverty inside. God says, Tathastu gets married to Mumtaz. No, is the situation changed? Again he says, तकदीर है मगर किस्मत नहीं खुलती. महल बनाना चाहता हूं मगर मुमताज नहीं मरती. Please understand, sir, I'm saying an important point as leaders. It is not the situation. It is how your mind looks at the situation. And if your mind has the commitment of expectation, in Hindi it is called प्यास. हमारा भीतर प्यास होना चाहिए, aspiration होना चाहिए. But what we have is we are a victim to apeksha, expectation. Between pyas, aspiration and expectation, both may be the same. But your expectation which has a aspiration is creative. And expectation which has beggary is always following. It is not a leader. We are always following, not a leader. So therefore, please get this, or else if you don't change your mind, having an expectation which has aspiration, creative, then you don't blame the situation, sir. You are always increasing your attitude, how to create, rather than blindly follow. Then please see, situations don't victimize you. Or else you will be seeing, अरे जब मेरा बेटा रोता है, दिल में दर्द होता है. मेरा बेटा रोता है, दिल में दर्द होता है. पड़ोसी का बेटा रोता है, सिर में दर्द होता है. रोना एक ही है, आपका अनुभव अलग अलग हो गया. जब मेरी पत्नी रोती है, सिर में दर्द होता है. पड़ोसी का पत्नी रोती है, दिल में दर्द होता है. देखो माया का खेल देखो, रोना एक है, आपका अलग अनुभव अलग अलग हो गया. अरे परिस्थिति का हालत नहीं, आपका मनोस्थिति का है. It is not the situation, it is your thing, sir. So keep this into perspective, sir. When you keep this in perspective, what should be your thing? I'll say, please see, in the Indian martial art, we say, please see, this is what you have to lead, sir. Please see. Right? We say it is vision. First thing, you should have vision, proper vision. vision, power,